Authenticity is the strongest power of attraction on the earth. Be yourself.
Be yourself. Okay.
Yeah, whether you think your style is fresh or not, the more authentic you are and the harder you go being yourself, the more things it will attract. Because authenticity is the strongest power of attraction on the earth. That's why y'all fuck me, because I'm authentic. I'm real.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. What is a common misconception about you?
I don't know. It's none of my business.
Hi, Motha Byrd. If you're wondering who Motha Byrd is, she's from Philly. And she is a social media influencer. I fell upon her page during my high school years. I'll say like 10th and 11th grade year. But what drawn me to her was her wacky style and her energy. She's one of a kind. I came across one of her videos of her practicing her modeling struts and things of that nature, and I was led to read the comments underneath her post, and it was just nothing but mean-spirited people attacking her. And it broke my heart. I didn't like it. So I followed her and I showed her love, and I admired her. I admired her and I admire her, right? Because I could just see the armor of resilience shining on her existence. And her resilience and the love that she has for her passions, one of them being modeling, inspired me, and it gave me a sense of home. It made me feel seen because I'm into modeling and dancing and, anything that falls in the world of art, self-expression and things, authenticity. I followed her, and then one day she commented under my one of my school portraits, and this is it was the pictures where I wore like the black overalls and a green shirt, and I had green makeup and stuff like that, and I had knotless braids. I will post pictures and stuff, but she commented, she showed me love, she uplifted me, and she posted me on her stories. She reposted my posts, and it made me so happy. It made me cry. Liberation. So, good juju. So, after some time, I lost contact with her Instagram page. Life happens, and I've disconnected from social media and things. And yeah, fast forward to this year. I fell upon her page again. This time I saw that her following went up and she's getting recognized, and she's really doing her thing in the modeling industry. So, as you guys know, I was in a battle, a spiritual battle, and a physical battle with those around me that I truly loved and put my full on trust in, and they betrayed me. People really showed me who they really are. Their true nature was revealed to me. The one that really hurt me the most was, the situation with my first love, John Pierre, and things. So, when I was in the thick of everything falling apart and being revealed about John's mother and what she was trying to do to me, I was enclosed in the energy of fear. And I just felt so helpless. I was looking for people to just listen to me, hear me out. And I know I look crazy around this time, but I really needed people to hear me and see what I was going through, because, it shocked me just as much as it shocked you all as I first came out about it. I had went to one of this famous spiritual worker. I texted her what was going on with me, but she didn't respond, so I was just like, okay. Yeah, so I'm like, it just wasn't meant for me to speak to her. It wasn't meant for her to see what I written to her. So then, boom, that's when Motha Byrd popped into my mind, and I was like, oh, Motha Byrd. Yeah, I saw what she was doing and what she portrayed to be on social media was this open-minded individual who's willing to help anybody who's going through a rough patch in their life. So I felt drawn, I felt called to confide in her. So I texted her, let her know what was going on. I thought she wasn't going to reply to me, but she did. I sent her the post that, she commented under years ago. I'm like, do you remember me? She told me she remembered me. And instantly she was drawn to help me out. She showed me compassion. So then, boom, she calls me and whatnot. But the connection kept disconnecting. That was the first sign. Then, finally, I was able to get on FaceTime with her and whatnot. And before we got to that point, she asked me, she was like, you know what I'm going to do for you, right? And then she asked me, was I into witchcraft? And I didn't respond because I'm just like, the way people portray witchcraft, they have a negative connotation connected to it. And this year, a lot of people have been targeting me and labeling me as demonic and just a devil worshiper, when that is the opposite of who I am and what I do. I forgot to mention, Motha Byrd is Christian. You guys know how Christians feel about those who have a different set of beliefs outside of their community. Keep that in mind. And so I get on the phone with her, and she's having a talk with me, and quickly she hops on the topic of how I didn't answer her question about, do I indulge in witchcraft and stuff like that. And as I'm trying to answer, she keeps on cutting me off. And it's like she's coming at me like she's in attack mode. And she's just telling me how witchcraft it's bad, it's horrible, I'm going down the wrong path, this, that, and the third. And she's just talking how a Christian who's against another person's belief system is. Like, she's just totally against it. She was reminding me of John's mother, Shania. She really was. But as she's cutting me off and she's telling me to just listen and stuff like that, because God is speaking through her, I just shut up and I just let her just talk. Just let her talk, right? So she's talking. She's like, are you listening? Da-da-da-da. I'm like, yes, I am. And I'm speaking just like this in a calm manner. And I could feel her energy vibrating through the phone. And I could tell that it was throwing her off, that I was listening to her and I wasn't rebuttaling. So she even pointed that out, and she's just like, wow, like, I'm used to people going against me. And, you know, she starts venting. I'm just like, yeah, I get it. I experienced the same. Boom, finally, fast forward, we get on FaceTime. And around this time, I was kickstarting my modeling career. I just joined this modeling company, but let's just say things weren't up to par. Things weren't flowing in a orderly fashion, and that didn't work out. So I told her about that. I told her that I was an upcoming artist and how I was a part of a contest with Timbaland and Orbit, and she asked me to share some of my work, so I did. And then she asked me to show her the clothing pieces that I was going to wear to this modeling show. So I did that. So after that, she's giving me advice and she's giving me an assignment, right? And the assignment was to discard all things that's not of God. Discard all things that just doesn't mean well. Discard things that will keep me connected to my past, right? So she wanted me to throw away my tarot cards. She wanted me to throw away my book that enlightens you on crystals. She told me to throw away my book on Reiki healing, which is hands-on healing. Reiki, you use your energy to heal another. You know, I'll talk more with you guys about that. She told me to throw that away. She told me to throw my bear away. She was sounding like she was really mirroring John Pierre's mother, right? She was just telling me that anything that's not of God, anything that's like against the Bible, just throw it away, basically, right? Because it's evil, it's demonic, and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay. So then she was like, since I am keeping track of my healing journey and I'm sharing it publicly, she was like, yeah. She was like, as you're throwing these objects away, she was like, record it. And then she was like, send it to me and stuff like that. And she was like, I will post it, I will support you, I'll do this, I'll do that. Like, she's making it seem like she's very supportive and she's open to helping me, and you know, she means well and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay. Then she said, oh my gosh, she really don't deal with people like that, you know, because, you know, when on this spiritual journey and stuff like that, like, you really come across a lot of people who don't mean well, and you get a lot of hate for your beliefs and stuff like that. So yeah, she really doesn't associate herself with a lot of people, but with me, she feels that I mean well, and she wants to meet me. And she was asking me, like, when can she meet me in person, where do I live, and all this stuff like that. I said, hey, no, I can come to you, I have a car, no worries. And she was like, yeah, you can be a part of my my modeling show and stuff like that. She was telling me about herself and what have you. But I would like to let this be known. While I'm on FaceTime with her, I see that, like, she's outside and stuff like that. And she had stopped this young lady and was asking her about, like, clothes and stuff. So I'm putting the pieces together, and I'm just like, she's homeless, right? And then she also shared with me that she was without a home. She's out on the streets. Like, she was really opening up to me on this phone call that I had with her. And so I was keeping these facts about her in mind. So then I also noticed that her attention was, like, on me, but then it was also on other things around her. Like, her mind was just everywhere. And I understand that because I'm the same way. But something about me, I can't have multiple things going on all at once. I can't have multiple people talking to me at once, because I'm not going to be able to fully process what you're telling me. So I'm able to, like, respond to you in a justly manner. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but I want to make sure that I'm responding to you with a sound mind. I don't want to speak with you in broken sentences and thoughts, right? I need to speak with you while everything is, like, flowing. I need to flow with you. So I was noticing that about her. Then I could tell that she has a temper as well. But I'm gonna get back to that later. So boom, fast forward. Oh, I also forgot to mention that when we first got on the phone, I think she went to, like, the police station and stuff like that, so they could, like, get a rundown on what the fuck is going on with me in Baltimore, because police here weren't no help. So during this experience with John's mother and stuff, I've learned that the police department, they really don't do nothing, even when you let them know that you have evidence that you're experiencing what you're experiencing with another party. So because of this, me sharing my life is literally a public paper trail, just in case anybody thinks to mess with me again and think that they're going to do anything to me. The authorities have physical public proof that I am not lying, because those who are going up against you love to flip the narrative and paint you out to be the problem. So yeah, so back to the story. From what I've heard, it sounded like she was talking to someone who worked for the authorities, but honestly, I don't know for sure because I wasn't there. during this time, I was on regular phone call with her. I wasn't on FaceTime with her because she didn't have service, no none of that. Like, I think she was using like a phone app, like where she's using a temporary number to talk to me. Like I said before, this was like flag number one, red flag number one. Then red flag number two was her, like, she was honestly ridiculing me about my belief system. Like, she was judging me based off of, for one, how I look, what my jewelry and stuff like that. Like, she instantly connected a negative connotation to who I am and what I do. So fast forward, FaceTime call, she shares more stuff about her. I'm also paying attention to her surroundings and what she's telling me about herself. And yeah, but she tells me that she's a modeling coach. She has her business running and all this stuff. I'm like, okay. She wants to see me. Okay, that's settled. Fast forward, I get off the phone with her. Something felt off. I wasn't about to go down to Philadelphia by myself. I wasn't going to do that. So I got in contact with my cousin China, who is biologically John's cousin. So I hit up China. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. I mentioned Motha Byrd and who she is and how I know about her. And I'm just like, yeah, she wants to meet me and stuff like that. And then I also failed to mention prior that Motha Byrd was looking for a makeup artist. She told me a little background story about her makeup artist and all this other stuff, right? So she was looking for a makeup artist, so I mentioned China and stuff like that. And she wanted to know if China would be open to offering her makeup services and things of that nature. And I was like, okay, I will let China know. And bop bop bada boom bada bang. So while I'm on the phone with China and stuff like that, I explained this to her, and China's just like, no, like she was like, if it's volunteer work, I'm not going for it, because she was like, I've been there, I've done that. No. Yeah, she's not doing it. So I said, okay. I said, but I know you've been down for a certain period of time, but it's time to actually invest in your skills, your gifts and stuff like that. I'm just uplifting her, and I'm speaking light into her and over her. So boom, it was that Sunday or Saturday, but it was the weekend. And when was this? Was this in July, August? It was one of those months, but it was literally after I, came out about John's mom and stuff like that. So Chai and I, we made plans to go down to Philly, and her son came along and stuff like that. I'm keeping Motha Byrd up to date and stuff like that. She's like, okay, because she was telling me that she was getting ready for a modeling show, and then after the modeling show, she's gonna go shoot for this what is it called? This play that she was a part of and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. So I was like rushing a bit, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm just gonna flow with time. So as we're traveling down to Philly, we kept on getting detoured. We kept on running into traffic. And I knew that was the way of the Most High alerting me like, you're not supposed to come down here. Like, I'm saving you from something. Like, you're not supposed to come down here. But since I'm already on the road, I'm like, I'm about to experience something, right? But it's really gonna help me strengthen my intuition and learn more about the outside world. Because, as I've mentioned on my platforms, I have been sheltered. Okay. So even though I was being detoured and all this stuff, because I'm not supposed to be going down Philly, I used my brain. I listened to my intuition to bring somebody I trust along with me. Okay. Fast forward, we gets down there, right? She finally sends me the Addy, right? And we're like in the downtown, not the downtown area, but we're like close to downtown and stuff like that. Like, we're in the inner city, okay? And the inner city looks just like Baltimore, but also it looks like New York. Like, I'm just putting the pieces together of how the GOV have our cities and counties set up. They look very similar. Okay, one place look like another place. It's just like interconnected. It's just morphed into one. So we're sitting and it's getting hot and we're waiting, and from what I can remember, we were at a spot where it was like a hair shop right there. And it was like some food spots down there, and any inner city environment. Okay. Finally, after some time, we peep Motha Byrd, and she comes out this place. I don't know if it's like a house or a mini apartment, but it was located literally right next to this hair shop. From what I remember Chana mentioning, she was like, it looks like a boutique. It looks like a little boutique that she came out of. Da 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 da. Okay, keep this in mind. I don't know what place this was, but she had a key. Motha Byrd had a key. She had her bags with her and stuff like that. Around this time, I'm bouncing between my grandmother's house and John's house, because I moved in with my grandmother after I got into it with my mom and I exposed her publicly and all this stuff, right? So I had like some of my belongings in my car, in my trunk and in the back seat and stuff like that. So I get out the car and I'm happy. I'm so happy because I'm finally meeting someone that, I've admired since high school. So I'm happy. I make room in the back. I put stuff in the background and stuff like that. Also, I would like to mention that I packed a bag of clothes because I remembered that Motha Byrd mentioned that she was homeless and stuff like that. So, I mentioned that to her. I was like, hey, I also got a bag of clothes and stuff like that for you and stuff like that, because, you mentioned that you were homeless. And she looked, it was like, she was shocked. And she was like, huh? She was like, I said that? I told you that? I'm like, yeah, you told me that. And she was like, she started looking around. Her eyes were starting. She was like, okay. I was like, oh, all right. I said, okay. So she gets in the car and stuff like that. She speaks to Chana's son, and she was like, okay, so what you want to do and stuff like that. I was like, well, I do need to get some gas. And she was like, okay, keep in mind that on this trip, I wasn't going to use my card at all. Basically, I just got this money from this settlement I received after I got in a car accident with my mom back in March. It was like March 31st. I got in this car accident, and I wasn't working and stuff like that because I was getting physical therapy and stuff like that. I just left Chipotle and Kava like January, February, and I started working back with Baltimore City Recs and Parks that March, and I was getting trained to become a lifeguard, but that didn't happen because of the car accident. So I'm like, I'm unemployed again. I'm not working. I don't have any money. No, none of that. So I finally got the money, and instead of using my card, I took money out the bank, and I was just going to use physical money, the physical cash. So it's a reason why I'm saying this. It's a reason why I'm sharing this with you. So keep that in mind. So she's like, yeah, what do you want to do? Where we're heading? I'm like, yeah, I need to get some gas. So she was like, okay, I can show you where you can get some gas. Boom, we finally get to the gas station. We're talking and stuff like that. Boom. What happened? My little cousin is in the car. As I go in, I make sure I get my gas, and then I come out right after because I don't want to leave my little cousin in the car, because China and Motha Byrd was in the gas station store. So I'm pumping the gas and stuff like that. And then after that, Motha Byrd and I recorded a video. I'm going to post it. I'm going to insert it. Here it is.